What is the number one life lesson as a parent that you want to teach the girls?
I want my girls to know hard work. And it's also my biggest fear.
What do you mean?
Because, as parents, we want to take away any adversity that we experienced as growing up, right?
Yeah.
So we always strive to create a better life than what we had. And that's every parent's goal. But at some point, you learned all these lessons in life that came from all those different hardships, that came from these different points. As a senior in high school, I worked 30 hours a week so that I could eat and drive to school. That's not a lesson I want my children to learn, but I do want them to know what that kind of work ethic looks like. So how do you teach them that? And that's one of the reasons why I sat down and started pouring out these stories, so that they know what they came from, so that they know the stories that really created that work ethic. And along the way, my hope as a father is that I can show them, hey, you can be anything you want to be. Doesn't matter what, anything at all. If you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to take the rejections to make that happen.
And you're actually doing the work to show them.
I'm trying as a dad.
Buddy, that's a game you're going to be playing for a very, very long time. It's like every day I'm trying. I'm like, you would think I would have this down by now, but it doesn't work. What is your favorite story in the book that conveys the belief you have in hard work?
It's the first one.
Okay.
The first chapter is called Chasing Airplanes. Because I used to go down to the Philadelphia airport with my dad. He would pick me up. We'd go pick up sandwiches from Wawa or Tony Luke's and drive to the very end of the Philadelphia airport runway and sit on the edge and watch planes take off as we'd eat our sandwiches. And I loved it because I would watch these things, these 500,000 pound metallic beasts just like defy gravity. And sometimes they'd be so close that it looked like you could just reach up and touch it. And for me, it was like, okay, if that massive thing can take off and take flight despite how heavy it is, maybe I can too. And so over the years, I kept going back to different runways. When I was stationed in Texas and I was trying to decide if I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy, I drove down, watched the T-38s take off as I sat through this and talked through it with one of my close friends. When I was in Colorado and I was trying to decide if I wanted to stay in the military or not, I went down and watched the C-130s take off because it became a foothold for me, a place that I always went back to. And now I get to do that with my kids. I get to take my girls down to the local airport and watch airplanes take off. And it's the most amazing feeling for me. And so that has been a consistent theme in my life, or consistent place that I've gone to. And it still is my favorite story in here. And that's why I started the book with it.
There's a symbolic point for you, isn't it?
It is.
With the plane taking off.
100%.
What is that?
Like I said, when you look at planes in general, you would never think that they're going to take off, because especially when you look at the jumbo jets, they're 500,000 pounds filled with people. How is that going to take off? But the thing that people don't know, or most people don't realize, is at a certain point in the air, that thing isn't fighting gravity anymore. You can actually cut off all the engines and it's just flying and being there, and the wind is lifting it. So you think about how that lift works with us as people. At some point, you're not fighting to get up anymore. You're not fighting to stand up, to fight, be yourself. You're just being there in the air as you are supposed to be. And that's how planes are made. Planes are made to be able to glide and be with the wind. And so you watch these things take off. And like I said, I would see it and I'd just be like, maybe I can too.
If you enjoyed what you saw, like, share, comment, and forward to someone that this will bring value to. Thank you so much for all the support. We appreciate it.